How you doing? Can I get a oh yeah?
Yeah, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? Peasant Chat, August 22nd, 2021. Today we're talking a little bit about everything. We're talking about Ford Racing releasing or hinting or teasing of them releasing a electric crate motor for swaps, which I think is very cool. If you can get everything a one-stop shop minus the battery, you're gonna love it. Trust me. I think EV swaps are gonna be very close in the near future, very popular in the near future. So I think it's Ford's not stupid for doing this. And then we can talk about some PBH stuff because I released a video yesterday of the PBH Mamalona, pretty much stock, like stock motor, stock manifold, stock white pipe with FFE. We did that just so we can ring it up all the way to the moon. I guarantee if you have a stock catted H pipe, 650 is not going to be a problem. White pipe 650 is not going to be a problem. I'm going to get some high flow cats in mine and just send it to the moon on the similar kit. That kit will be for sale in the near future, but don't ask for timeline. Don't ask for when it's available. Don't ask for pricing. You'll know when you know, plain and simple. And who cares if we're late to the game? If you offer a product that people like that they can install in their driveway, manifolds don't have to come off. White pipe doesn't have to come off. You just do everything, basically a intricate cat back, for lack of a better word. All right, guys. So we can talk about a little bit of that. We can talk about La Mamalona making 1,017 horsepower on 19.8 psi. It didn't hit 20, which is people are talking about efficiency and like the comment section on that video is full of fucking retards. Some guy literally said, if you got to get external air to the wastegate so that it could see the proper boost and that kid isn't efficient, has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Like literally no idea what the fuck he's talking about. There's a 3-pound spring in the wastegate, okay? So all he has to do is put an 8-pound spring or a 9-pound spring and you can triple the boost output. So not at 9 pounds you can go up to 27, at 8 pounds you can go up to 24, at 3 pounds the most you can go up is 9, as you saw on the boost controller. So then you need an external source to put pressure on the dome, just like CO2 would do. Dumb, dense motherfuckers. The comment section is gold on these places because no one knows what the fuck they're talking about, and they swear to Christ that they do, but it's entertaining anyway. We got Beefcake in the chat because he's gonna, he's a loyal dude. He's also understands that he can answer a lot of questions here and potentially get a customer, so that's not dumb for him to get on here and answer some questions. Let's say hi to the people here, talk some shit to the peasants. Coca-Cola in the house, Morris Gallo, Madi 50, Monty 540, YouTube Corrupt the Mod, I'm Hung So Low, Mike Smith, Cody Hobbs. EPA's in the house. I'm here. You can start now. It done. Carlos Arroyo, Mr. Parra, RTRL, Boxy Luxury, August Corum, Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a loyal fan. Jared Wells, Killian Bibbs or Killian Bibbs, Brandon Christopherson, Morris Gallo, Matthew Nichols. I already said Beefcake, K. Lau. We got Alfredo Diaz, Javi 50. Got a bunch of people. Mike's Garage, Pablo VQ, Pussy Pounder, JD Swag, aka Man Deep Sing, SK Performance, Jeff Cabarazzo, Tongue Punch, my fart pipe is in the house, says good morning. What a great name. And he's a member, so you gotta love people like that. So what do you guys think? Have you guys, knowing what you know now, because a lot of people, I saw some of these comments, and I understand why people would be a little gun shy, but knowing what you know now, are you surprised that truck made 1,000 on its first time ever on a dyno and I didn't have to touch the tune? When we talk about vetting combinations, vetting combos, Jake talked to me about this kit. I talked to Junior about this kit. We talked to each other about this kit. We talked about O2 placement about this kit. We talked about power output, spool up time. Jake had some great mechanical thoughts on how to make it spool up. It makes 5 pounds on foot brake, guys. 5 pounds on foot brake. No two-step or trans brake yet. E85, dual return system. He wasn't fucking around. He literally built it once, got on the dyno, and once we figured out the boost control issues, bada bing, bada boom, 1,000 like nothing, and we stopped at 20 psi. We could have gone. We don't want to go any further. It's a stock motor. Jake's gonna bring it down to something reasonable and live at about 700 to 800 wheel. That's his goal. That was his goal. A street truck. That truck will never compete anywhere. That truck will never go to the track and competitively drag race. It's his daily that he drives around, looks killer, and it will gap most of the cars on the road. That's what he wanted. That's what he built, and it was done the first time. So when we talk about vetting combinations and doing what your tuner asks, that is a perfect example. There are some guys that are willing to build custom turbo kits. I don't know why, but some people are. Jake is not one of these garage guys. He wants to offer that as a kit that you can install in your driveway eventually. So he has the first version of it. Some people might discourage getting that kit. Why get that kit when Hellion already has one? On 3 already has one. That's fine. They all need to take the manifolds off, flip them, and do a bunch of other stuff. I don't know if Hellion uses stock manifolds. They probably do, but this retains everything stock past the cap. And knowing what you know now when it comes to EPA stuff, about the last thing you want to do is start messing around with anything pre-cat. You know what I mean? Like manifolds and anything else. So basically, this is a turbo catback. It's after the cat. After that, I can't imagine them saying that is not a possible. That's not, you can't do that. But who the hell knows? But at least it gives a little more credibility to the kit. That's all. That's all. And that's what Jake wanted. And Jake is not staking his future on turbo kits. Jake is not. I'll repeat it 3 times because you guys are really fucking dense and stupid in the comment section. Jake is not staking his future on turbo kits. He has a very successful business at Power by the Hour with Coyote Swap Solutions. About the last thing he wants to do is stake his claim and make his whole company basically turbo driven. He likes turbos. He's built turbo kits many times in the past. He thought, why the hell not offer it? If it sells, cool. If it doesn't, don't care. That's where he's at with that. So shut up. Everyone's out there that's like, oh, this is so stupid. Just get a Hellion kit. Okay, cool. Get a Hellion kit. Get it on 3 kit. This kit's not for you. He already has 5 to 6 F-150 owners lined up. Not just RCSB, crew cab guys. He's looking to make a kit for all configurations so that you can put this on a crew cab V8, short cab, extended, long bed, short bed, whatever configuration you got going on. Satisfies the mindset some people have. Whoa, I'm awake for this, says Junior Garza. I wish Jake was my dad. It seems too easy, right? Killian Bibbs, it was just boom, 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 boom. Turn it up. I said, Jake, how many times have I flashed it to? And he goes, you haven't. I go, right. He got the right map sensor, the right injector. It's got FIC 1000Hs. It's got a dual return style fuel system from 4 Innovations with 2 274s. It's got E85. It's got stock everything else. And his turbo kit. That's pretty impressive in my opinion. Stock trans, stock drive shaft. That's it on 22s. Hey, Alex, you think Jake will have a kit for crew cabs? Joseph Rivas, his plan is to have a kit for all configurations that you can install in your driveway. That's his plan. Anything can happen. But his plan is, let's make a kit that you can install in your driveway, that you don't have to take the motor out. You don't have to get under. Boom, bolt it on underneath, run the charge pipe through the rocker. He's going to reconfigure the charge pipe a little bit. He wants it to be a little more low profile without sacrificing flow, but he's working on it. And for the first kit, that's super impressive. No back pressure issues that we know of. I know a lot of kits tend to have issues with back pressure. This thing did not exhibit any signs of valve float on stock manifold, stock Y pipe, free flowing exhaust. And that big ass turbo in the back, it all seemed pretty kosher. G boost for the win. Yes, I appreciate you guys liking the G boost. Now a lot of people are still confused about why that happened. They're still confused as to why we use an external air source to put pressure on the dome. We were out of boost control. 3-pound spring, the most you can get out of it is 9 to 10 psi. So because whatever size spring you have in the wastegate, you triple that amount, and that is your max output that you can get on it. So if you have a 3-pound spring, it's 9. If you have a 4-pound spring, it's 12. If you have a 6-pound spring, is 18. 8 is 24. But if you have CO2, you go have whatever size spring in there. And you have an external air source to pressurize the dome. That's what CO2 does. So you can have a really light spring and just keep putting pressure on. Hey, he did it. Son of a gun. He's getting big. He's now learning how to jump on the couch and off of that sucker. So yeah, he's super athletic now. Little man. Let me give you guys a size update. Oh, look at you. Oh man. So man is probably 10 pounds at this point. Got the color showing. The brindle's coming through really nicely. Got the long legs. Chilling. So let him do his thing. He's been really, really good lately. Now, wife wants to know what kind of shampoo you have back there. Sticky, icky shampoo. You do not want to put this in your hair, honey. You do not want to put this in your hair. It will pretty much fuck up your hair. Alex, I just read... Madi50 says, Alex, I just read the EPA versus Lund article over at the Washington Examiner released 3 weeks ago. EPA agents were armed. We are talking about Mustang tuning, nothing more than that. Armed agents and a police escort. I have no idea why a regulatory government body, regulatory, had guns. Tell me why you guys went in there armed. Tell me why. A good tech could just install that kit in a dual system in a day. Just think what you could make 1,000 in a few hours. That's exactly it, Jared Wells. When you think turbo kit, the first thing you start thinking of, God damn it, the manifolds, God damn it this, God damn it that. No offense to all the other kits. But Jake's thought was, I just want to be able to have a guy put this on in a day and I will give you the same tune. That's the biggest one. As a Lund Racing representative, my job was to vet the kit. It wasn't even my job. I just took it on because Junior doesn't have to fuck with it. Senior doesn't have to fuck with it. None of the guys have to fuck with it. I'm local and I can say, dude, here are the data logs. What do you guys think? And if everyone co-signs on it, you get exactly the same tune Jake gets. No special sauce, no nothing, because I didn't have to touch the tune. Minus some spark scaling, meaning when it would see 8 pounds of boost, it would see this timing. When it would see 12 pounds of boost, it would see this timing. Boom, boom, just scaling. And it worked to perfection. And the results speak for themselves, in my opinion. I love it when ladies put pressure on the dome. Jake is super talented and skilled. The welds and the fitment was intact. Shout out to Jake and Mike buying a PBH shirt. Mikey made the drive shaft safety loop. If you looked at the video, Mikey welded up the kit. Again, it was a collaborative effort. All I did really is document it, tune it, and just observed and reviewed data logs in between each pull. The video would have been 1 hour and 45 minutes long if I would have included the data log reviews, and the data log reviews were all the same. Looks good. Add boost. Looks good. Add boost. And I just kept looking at the logs and reviewing the cam timing, making sure the cam timing wasn't wigging out, making sure the spark was proper, making sure the knock sensors were happy, making sure fuel pressure was going up commensurate with boost or with boost. So it was a good time. It was easy. Someone said Tony's awesome. Tony's a good pup. Tony's chilling. The hot side piping is thick. Yeah, it's stainless. So the hot side stuff is all stainless. Now, that's not to say that's what the kit's going to be. But underneath the truck, it looks phenomenal. And then it goes into that collector. So people are saying, well, how about water? If you're driving the truck, how much water? It's like an old ST. I love how people downgrade this kit without knowing a goddamn thing about it. Oh, it's like an STS kit. You hit a puddle and it's over. Hellion kits are under the car. Aldo bottom mount kits and mid mount kits are under the car. You know, you worry about puddles with those. This thing was driven in Florida. Monsoons. Didn't get wet. Where it's located, it doesn't have water slinging up in it. It doesn't have water splashing going up in it. It doesn't have any of those. And he got underneath after a huge storm and goes, dude, it's not even touching the filter. And I've gone out, not over puddles like, you know, if you submerge the truck, yeah, you got other problems than a fucking turbo. But he goes, Alex, this thing is perfect. Exactly what I wanted. So shout out to him. Postcat is smart. Install timing great as well. Hellion is about 15 to 18 hours on 40 hours, depending on what's wrong with the kit, says Beefcake Racing. Thank you. See, Beefcake, the funny thing is that you saying that, for whatever reason, people believe it. But when I say it, because I'm a comedian, a dickhead, they go, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I had no issue with my on-3 kit. Beefcake says, on 3, you could be 40 hours depending on what's wrong with the kit. And he sells the kit. So he has no dog in the fight, meaning in terms of favoring one over the other. Beefcake sells Vortec, Whipple, TVS, it doesn't matter. He's in it to sell you whatever the fuck you need. And he'll say, yeah, on 3 could take you 40 hours depending on what's wrong with the kit. Bada bing, bada boom. But if I say it, I'm just a hater. Shut the fuck up. Thank you, Beefcake. Made a Stone 45 says, I love the music at the beginning of the video. Thank you. Every single Mamalona video has some kind of Mexican music. He's going to do good on that kit. People love easy horsepower. The next kit is either going to be installed on my truck or Frank Pezzo's truck. Frank Pezzo, that works at Power by the Hour, believes in this kit so much. He goes, I just want to be on pump gas, 8 PSI to make about 650 and live my life. A booster pump, 1000cc injectors or 52s, because it's only going to be on pump gas. He's not looking to go E85 return style fuel system. So there are going to be guys that go, well, I just want to make about 650 and chill out. Same kit, spring at 8 PSI, FICs, IDs, or whatever injector you want that we support, Deechworks. Put them in and it'll make 650. You don't need a boost controller. You don't need nothing. That's the whole idea of the kit. I got my 4 system and a Paxton from Beefcake. Alex tuned it and it's running damn good. Chris Salazar, thank you, sir. Beefcake Racing says, last on 3 kit headers weren't flat and didn't seal. Had to remove the belt sand. Had to remove belt sand it, reinstalled it, and 2 full header installs. Thank you. Exactly. Kilometers or kilometers says, what kind of numbers do you think a PBH kit would make on a Gen 1 F-150 with GT cams, Boss intake? Oh my God, here we go with the bullshit. Here we go. This kit is designed for Gen 3 and Gen 2 trucks. Gen 1, have you seen the manifolds on Gen 1s? Have you seen the manifolds on Gen 1s, guys? I mean, you're already starting off with a cluster, okay? This kit will make the same horsepower any kit will make at the right boost. So at 10 PSI on an 11-to-1 motor on what? Would you say pump 4 twin pump? Think of it as any turbo kit. It'll make similar power. 10 PSI should make in the 700 something real horsepower. Now, depending on the configuration of the manifolds, the Y pipe, since I have no idea, I haven't gotten under a Gen 1 truck in a very long time. I can't tell you specific horsepower numbers. Kilometers, one of the dumbest things you can ask a tuner or anyone is, what power will it make? We can guess, take a guesstimate, but we can never directly say 703.2 horsepower. No, it's just dumb to do that. Jake Turbo, not cheap at all. I saw it. It's not cheap. It is not cheap. Nothing is cheap, but the kit, I'm sure, will be configurable so you can get this turbo size you want, but Jake is not going to be stupid. Jake's not going to go, yeah, I'm not going to be cheap with this. I'm not going to make this kit $3,000. I am not going to make this kit bad by you putting a shit-ass turbo on it. I will sell you what you want, but if you want the power that the Mamalona made, you have to copy that kit, plain and simple. Evan Smith said that truck didn't even sound like it was working that hard to get to 1,000. Dude, when you're under a truck, when you're on a dyno and you hear turbos spool up, you could tell sometimes that engine is laboring. And you're like, his truck sounded so clean and smooth. Whoop. Next. Whoop. Done. NGK spark plugs at 23 thousandths gap. This is like the most simple, basic, cookie cutter way of making 1,000 horsepower. We took all our experience. He took all his experience. Mikey took his fabrication skills and made a wonderful byproduct of 1,000 horsepower truck first time out. Awesome. I'll send you money right now for a kit. No, nothing's available yet. Again, this is going to be a while. There's going to be production. There's going to be, so just shut up. Don't be like, oh, I want it now. No, you don't want it now. You want this kit, you're going to have to wait because Jake wants to do it right. We're going to configure it for crew cabs, configure it for my truck. I'm going to put cats on it. I want to make sure all the IM monitors are ready. And I'm going to go out there and make 1,000, same thing, and then go to the track or on the street. The goal, to me, 9s on the street. That's all you really need. If you want to be these guys chasing big boy numbers, That's fine. You can do it with this kit, gut your truck, and God bless you. But honestly, I personally want a truck to do everything. I want to be able to put pump gas in it and tow my car on gate anywhere. I want to be able to just put 85 in it, turn it up a little bit, and go 9s on the street and fuck around. That's the whole goal. Sounds like it was an amazing kit with a lot of design, and R&D is not easy or cheap. 100% not easy or cheap. What's up, bro? Boss intake shorty headers for your truck? That's no shorty headers. No shorty headers. I'm going to keep the stock manifold. Seeing what that made, I'm going to get that. I'm going to take the Y pipe and put big, high-flowing GESI cats on it so that it has a better shot and still is emissions legal. Jared Wells says to Beefcake 1000%. Only reason I would ever consider it on 3 is because I'm in Columbus and as well, and it's only 20 minutes away from them. Yes, the install and the price, that's where you pay. You don't pay up front for the kit on an on 3 kit. You pay for the install. That's what you pay for. Made of Stone, how many hours do you think it took Jake to develop that kit? Wow. Between theory, application, boy, I'm gonna have to ask him. You know, I'm gonna have a sit down with him because he hates being on camera. He hates being on camera, but he's very good on camera. So's Mikey. So I'm gonna probably see them next week, Monday or Friday. Head down and just hang out with the guys. I'm gonna try to hit the dyno today with the red car if the weather holds out. And I'm gonna say, hey man, give me a rundown of time, R&D, you know, everything, manufacturing or fabrication, because there was a lot of fab work involved. Because once the fab work is done, they have all their measurements. Now you have to make a production kit. Never, ever, ever is a base kit the same as a production kit. Usually the production kit has been refined and the base kit is generic, but this one is a little on the opposite side. This one is super baller, like super baller welds, super baller piping, very well thought out, and the production kit will mimic that as much as possible. And I'm sure they're going to try to make it affordable, so they're not going to go through the roof with it. You know what I mean? How many? Okay, we got that. The truck looks good on top of that, and the truck does look good. It's got Belgian, I forget the type of wheel, but Belgian 22s. What to say? Hey, Alex, glad I tuned in when you were talking about OPGs in another video. Decided to bypass this step as it doesn't seem like it's needed unless I'm going insane boost levels on blowers, which I'm not exactly. If Roush doesn't install OPGs on their shit, why should you? If Roush is going out there with 80mm phase 2 cars from Gen 1 or Gen 2, and they never installed aftermarket OPGs, and they were still warranting the engine, why do you think that is? You going to pull a boat, bitch up? No, I'm not going to pull a boat with a regular cap. Maybe it's a tiny boat. But no, that truck is just going to tow cars to the track. That's all it's going to do. Probably the Fairmont and the GT500 as long as I own it. If I have a Pro Charger, can I tell people I just have an intake? I must be old school. 9s is super quick on the street. Road Rage 860, it is super quick on the street. But since you go on social media, you go on Facebook, and Manuel has ruined it for all of us. Most of his trucks run 8s. Most of his trucks are 8-second trucks that make 1,100 real horsepower. Those guys are willing to let their nuts hang. This is going to be more for the everyday Joe like me and everyone else. Not to say that Manuel can't build an everyday Joe kit, but when you guys on social media see 1,100 and 8s, you think, well, why doesn't this one run 8s? And I'm like, because that's not what the goals are for the owner of this truck. The owner of this truck just wants a quick truck. That's it, for the street that looks good. But John Morrow says, regardless of cost to the end user, you have to pay for those men for their time. Time is what is the most valuable part. Blown Skillet says, I love the wheels. VF9 Belgians. Are they VF9 Belgians? Let's look. VF9 Belgians. Yeah, so they are VF9s. Thank you, Beefcake. See, that's what I like about Beefcake. He's on here. He knows the deal. He knows what's going on. So VF9 Belgians is what's on Jake's truck. 22s, square setup. Oh, I like these, the dish. So basically, this is what anything Coyote. What the fuck? Anything Coyote. What the hell did I click on? Can we have another color? No. It's just one. Glass, gunmetal, gloss silver. No. Oh, I'm liking the gloss black, man. Shit. They're not cheap though, guys. They're not cheap. Get ready to pay big money. Get ready to pay big money. And it's got Nitto, whatever, the drag radial version 2. He's got them all the way around. Good morning. Says Patina Performance. Sweet. Just want to be the little sneaky. Alex, I'd be happy at 700 in my Mamalona. That's all. And keep everything. Exactly, E-Rock. That's the thing. If you have a Mamalona or a crew cab truck or whatever, and you want to be at 700 on great pump gas with an additive or 650s, 8 PSI springs should be able to do it. The beauty of this kit is that it will be safe and reliable, 100%, and easily serviceable. Everything is after the white pipe. Everything. The only thing that isn't after the white pipe is the charge pipe, the cold side. That goes rocker, down and up and over. That's it. But the serviceable parts, the parts that make the meat of the kit, are all under the truck after the white pipe. Send me that blow the engine tune for your favorite tin can 10-speed, says Jose Cruz. Could this kit be done in a Mustang, or is it just an F-150 thing? I don't think you can fit this in a Mustang. There's just not enough room to fit that in a Mustang. It has does it have a 4-inch? I think it has a 4-inch exhaust. Basically, it has a 4-inch exhaust. So I don't think this can fit under a Mustang. It's just way, 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 way too tight under a Mustang. Damn, I'm going to have to check Velgens out. Velgens are nice wheels, bro. Super baller wheels. I'd love a set, but, you know, there's certain things I'm going to spend my money on, and just wheels aren't it. I'd be happy at 8 PSI on long-term reliability and fun. A ton of fun. We did a Gloss Black 22's VF9 on a Durango Hellcat, and it looks killer. Spent more money on my JDM tight 19-inch wheels. Wow. Killian Bibb says quality welds, 2 solid brackets. Yeah, the brackets were... Dude, it's a very well-engineered kit. He put brackets everywhere. There's nothing rattling. Knock sensors are happy. We did hits on the street, back to back to back to back. IATs never got above 120. IATs never got above 120. Super badass. Super badass. IATs that are measured in the manifold never got above 120 on a pull. Can I run a BAP stock fuel system with C16 2019 GT Mustang twin turbo? And the limits of horsepower and boost will be tuned by lunch soon. Yeah, you can run C16 on a BAP with a 1000cc injector. You might be able to make high 800s with that 1000cc injector and that dense of a fuel with a stock pump. So, but I wouldn't go much past high 800s or mid 800s. Mid to high 800s, I wouldn't really think of doing reliably with a BAP, dense fuel, and a 1000cc injector on a Gen 3. Alex, good morning. Thank you for your time and sharing your plethora of knowledge, says One Low 50. Do you know how long that video took me to edit? 2 in the morning. So I got to the dyno at 4:30. We were done at about 9:30. I came home and edited the video 2 in the morning. And I produced it, released it, did a couple revisions because I didn't like certain things. And then it took... And you guys go, oh, it's just no big deal. Alex, just make more videos. Just make more videos. Just make more videos. I'm like, okay. Okay, buddy. Got it. I'm just going to do that. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're okay. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. He's chewing on a ball. We got our dual pumped and up for 1,000 on a Gen 3 single. Yes. You saw it. 274s. My Fairmont has been 870s in the quarter mile with 2. Actually, it did it on a Magnafuel 1000. Now it has 2 274s constant and a 285 just in case. And that's plenty for 800 plus supercharged, because you know when a supercharged car makes 800 horsepower, it's actually taking about 80 or 90 horsepower away to drive the supercharger. So technically, it's providing close to 1,000 wheel of horsepower. Where are you, buddy? Hey, get over here. Does this truck not need an intercooler because how far back the turbo it is, or did it not see in the front? It has an intercooler. And that's how good the kit is. Go back to the video where Jake and I talk about, let's do it right now, fuck it. There's a video of Jake and I talking about how everything is going to be configured. Like everything is going to be configured, and it's bada bing, bada boom. There you go. And then people just like forego that. People just like, so tell me about the intercooler. And I'm like, Jake explained everything in the kit. Explained everything. But people just don't listen. People don't go back and watch the videos. People don't do anything. Let me see if I can find the intercooler back here. No. Now, this is when he got the wheels. Yeah, this is when he got the wheels. So let me go back and see if I can spot in on my channel where we talk about La Mamalona's turbo kit. Vitamin Daily. Oh my God, I got a bunch of videos. Oof. Oh, Alex, we should come up with more videos. I have like 8,000 videos, but people still ask for more videos. It kind of blows my mind. Here we go. Turbo kit layout. It's right there. And I think I'll show you the intercooler, how everything looks. Let me see. Yeah, look it. He talks about everything. So this video right here, guys, La Mamalona, PBH's Coyote F-150 turbo kit layout, talks about everything. Shows you the whole setup. The collector. Here's the intercooler right here. Cool. All right. So what's next? Get the truck up in the air and lay that out.
I pulled the muffler and tailpipe off.
Okay.
That's the area.
There you go. There's the intercooler.
And to me, really, once you buy a core, design the tanks, build the brackets, and do all that, it's what.
So he bought that intercooler, and I think it's designed for EcoBoost trucks, like as an upgrade. And here's the turbo, how everything is going to mount. Basically, he was just... I thought about it, but I'm mocking everything up. And I think, yeah, you won't be able to see the intercooler because he did install it in this video. But yeah, you go look at that video. It explains the whole... The size of the turbo, the wastegates he's using, the theories he has, it's all there. Do you know what axle gear ratio works best in the F-150? He has 331s. I have 331s, and I'm not going to change that because I want to make sure that when it makes big boy power, it doesn't have too much gear ratio. It's a Raptor intercooler, says Joseph Rivas. Yes, it should. So an upgraded for an EcoBoost. Alex, it only takes 40 minutes to make a video. Forget about behind the scenes work. Exactly. It only takes, Alex, what's the big deal? Just keep producing videos. I'll give you an example. If I go to the dyno today and give you a 10 to 15 minute video of the car with dumps, what kind of power it makes, then install an exhaust and run it with a full exhaust, that video to make, produce, and edit, 8 to 9 hours for a 15 to 20 minute video. And you guys have the balls to say, make more videos. Oh man. Do you know what Axel already got that? Already got that great video. Much appreciated. Alex, just make more videos for all the non-paying birds. Exactly. I'll make more videos for the guys that don't subscribe and don't like the video. That's crazy to me. I tried making YouTube videos and I saw how difficult it is to stay consistent. Kudos to you, says Alfredo Diaz. I like how no one in the dyno yelled, yee yee, like a child. Nope, we were just excited that it was making the number. We weren't saying, freedom, making the bald eagle. We're not fucking stupid. We're men. We're going to go out there, make power, and be excited and be on our way. To sell it like more so than it is just not what we do, bro. We're looking at the shiny stuff. Listen to what? Go back and watch the videos Alex has posted. I always pick up something new or I did not understand or now makes sense, says One Low 50. It takes forever to edit, says Rich 50. Forever to edit, and if you guys want it in 4K to render, 3 hours. Easily. Is the negative battery terminal a good place to ground return fuel system? Reason I'm asking is the wire already ran to the engine bay or the body. You know, if it is, I can't imagine why not. I mean, don't most people use the body? Looking for a 2012 GT. Car is at a dealership. Wait, looking at a 2012 GT, says JR10. The car's at a dealership, Boss 302 manifold, Steeda intake, long tubes, FFE. At a dealership with FFE? That's some balls. Unknown tune, no device with it. Any issues getting a Lund tune with an HPT? Well, the problem is going to be this. We're probably going to need that car to be on the bone stock file again to license it for you. So honestly, I would hit up support@lundracing.com. I cannot answer that question precisely. You'd have to go to support@lundracing.com and put that question in and say, what do I need to do to tune a vehicle that already has a tune in it that I haven't bought yet? And we'll see what the deal is. Oh, man. Making the bald eagle. Yeah, let's make some bald eagles. And, you know, did you hear anybody in the video go, let's go? No. No one said, let's go! I'm not fucking stupid. Man, these guys know nothing about looking up information. Schools need to bring back index cards and library. Beefcake says to Michael Bikemark about the grounding issue, if it's grounded good, you should be fine. But you can cut length 90% by putting it in the back of the car. But there we go. So yeah, a lot of people, they get way into the weeds when it comes to this turbo stuff. Oh, the amount of piping is going to be a crazy lag time. There is like zero lag on this fucking thing. Like no lag. But people just want to say what they want to say based on absolutely no information. They just think they know something and they just spit it out. And the problem is the social media gives idiots a platform to spew bullshit. And people read it and go, is that true? I'm like, why are you reading a guy who has never done anything ever and taking his opinion into account? The guy has done nothing ever. Doesn't build nothing, doesn't tune nothing, doesn't race nothing. Just comments. And you're going to take his word. I heard a guy say this. Like, really? What's his background? What's he got going on? Like, when someone says something on the internet, I go, let me do some background check. And I'm going to see what he's done. And if he hasn't done shit, I don't even listen to what he's got to say. Alex, I'm supercharged. 15 pp. Would it be stupid to try to change the first gear ratio instead of the gears in the rear? What? Alex, I'm supercharged. 2015 performance package. Would it be stupid to try to change the first gear ratio instead of the gears in the rear? What? No. What? Can you change? Do you have a custom first gear on an MT82? I mean, what's... Do you have a custom first gear on an MT82? First gear is not useless. First gear is not useless on an MT82. No. Just put 331s in the back if you're making too much power. Jose Cruz, having trouble finding intercooler for custom kit on 19. What's a good place to go to? What? Having trouble finding an intercooler for a custom kit on a 19. So your intercooler might have to be custom. Hit up Aldo Weld. See if he can make you an intercooler. You mean you're not wearing a scientist lab coat holding a bottle of NOS shooting into the cold air? Then when it blows up, it's funny? Freaking A. Freaking A is right. Zach Blue says that's why we come here. Mex Luther, I'm just here for dating advice. Yesterday. Oh! I'll talk about that Monday. Ooh, that girl saw the show. Yesterday's topic, if you're on the dating channel, that girl saw the show and she had a rebuttal. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Good stuff. Oh, look at that. Jake and the Mamalona out. See, Jake's out there enjoying his truck. That is so nice to see. Jake and his wife are out there enjoying their vehicles. Look at that. See, this is what it's all about. This is Jake's Mamalona and Jake's wife's 4-valve Cobra single turbo that has been 960s. Right? They're out there enjoying their vehicles, dude. That's what it's all about. Got the truck, got the turbo, and let's go out there and go for a cruise. That's what you do with these things. You want to be a trailer queen? Have at it. These people want to drive their vehicle every day and enjoy them on the street. And that's what it's all about, in my opinion. So they sent and Jake tuned the 4-valve Cobra. Lund tuned the F-150. I mean, there is no prouder moment than the guy. How's it running? Dude, it runs fucking awesome. Perfect. That's why we come. Wow, we have a winner. He thinks first is too steep. Yeah, first is not too steep. Jay Roy says good morning. Road Rage 860. It bangs the limiter in first gear super quick. Road Rage, shift faster. What is wrong? What's going on? What is going on? Road Rage, I'd like to think that you know shit. You've been here a while. Shift faster if it hits a limiter. Oh, but it's too fast. Shift faster. Just bump the throttle and bang second. Let it eat. Pavlon 50 says, can I run a return style fuel system with no tune? 19 Mustang GT with an Odin tune for Odin. No. Nope. The commanded fuel pressure is going to be different. I would rather you run you have to, in my opinion, it might throw some weird codes. Let's say you install a return style fuel system and you don't trigger it using the FPDM. You're going to have circuit codes for fuel pump open, fuel pump circuit open. You need a tune for that. Let's say you regulate it to 45 PSI, but the computer is looking for 58 to 70 PSI, right? Depending on the rail. the computer's going to throw low fuel pressure codes. If you regulate it down to 45, it's going to go, uh-oh, something's wrong with the fuel pressure. We don't know what the fuck's going on. So it's probably a good idea to get a custom tune for that. Hit up VMP. If you're tuned by VMP and you have an Odin, just get a tune update. Stop being cheap. Pay for what you need. Don't try to get away with stuff. How you doing, Alejandro? Says JXJ. Thank you. Hi, I'm doing good. Life's good. What is Jose Cruz's issue? You know what? I woke up in a mood to just not take any shit. Not take any shit. Today, I'm not taking any shit. I daily my Mustang. That's what I bought it for. If you got the custom route, be prepared for a lot of pain. Yeah, I mean, he wants an intercooler for a custom kit. If the kit is custom, how are you going to have an off-the-shelf intercooler work on a custom kit? You need to make it custom. Roger 860 says, okay, I'll show you video right now of me banging gears in an MT82 and didn't touch the limiter. You want me to do that? I don't want to do that. I don't want to embarrass you. And an MT82 banging gears and I never hit a limiter. I don't know why it's an issue. Whipple Gen 530 is good for how many ponies? You can make up to 1,000 depending on the pulley size, and fuel up to 1,000 is not a problem. You can make enough to blow it up, MK Johnson. Every blower, just like Beefcake said, every single blower you get that is on the market right now can blow up your engine with the right pulley combo. So it's all a matter of how you want the power to come in, how you want it to look under the hood, and your budget. That's it. That's it. What's your thoughts on spraying a dry 75 shot before the mass air? That's really fucking stupid. Really fucking stupid. Before the mass air? So the mass air is going to see. This isn't a Fox body. This isn't a Fox body. Stop it. It's going to skew everything. It's going to fuck everything up. It's going to falsely give the computer a low IAT signal, right? And then it'll skew fueling because you're pressurizing it with nitrous. Pre-MAF? Dude, do it after the MAF. Do it after the MAF. Alex, I have circuit codes. Can you confirm that? Can you turn that off in the tune? Right. That's the thing. And I tell people, how are you triggering the fuel pump? Because there's a proper way of triggering the fuel pumps so that it works like stock so that you don't get circuit codes. But for whatever reason, people just bypass everything and run a hot wire and trigger it key on. And they wonder why they have fuel pump A circuit codes. Because you totally bypass the fuel pump drive module. And now you want me, your tuner, to turn it off because of your shitty install, basically. Pablo says he's got a lung tune for it, but he forgot the N-gauge at his house and he's 100 miles away and we just finished installing the fuel system. Pablo 50, do not reference the fuel system. Do not reference it, meaning no boost reference. Put it at 58 or 58 PSI and just have him drive it home carefully. And regulate the DI side, if you have a dual regulator on its 19, to 70, right? Let's do 70 on the regulator on the DI side, 65 to 70, and 58 for now, until he gets home and gets the tune. Why did he forget his N-gauge at home? It has to be in your glove box always. Not you monitoring shit, because you don't know what you're looking at in your glove box. But for now, 58 PSI on the port side, 70 on the DI side. Tell him to put it home and log it on the way, just to make sure everything's good. Engine crapped out this weekend. Have a 350 engine on the side. Can lunch swap the firing order? My S554. Nope, don't do that. Nope. You want a GT350 engine, swap the firing order. Oh my God. You'd need a harness. Dude, it's not just the firing order. It's the engine harness, I think, has to be different too. And is your car a 6R80? So that means you need a GT350 engine harness that mates up to a fucking auto. Oof. Call Power by the Hour right now. Call Power by the Hour, email Power by the Hour, and see if that's even possible. And Jake, I'm sure, will help you out with that. But man, that doesn't sound like a good time right now. There might be a way of doing it, but we'll see. Angel Rodriguez says, I have a non-Coyote related question. Just ask it, brother. It's always been how fast you can afford to go. Then 10,000 on a short block, I'll be highly upset if it blows. John DiNapoli says, Alex, I have an argument about the time when guys ditch their Trinity for some big Whipple or 265 on stock motors. Alex, I have that argument all the time. When guys ditch their Trinity for some big Whipple or 265 on stock motors. I don't understand if you're a GT500 owner with a Trinity blower, 1314 GT500, why in the hell are you upgrading blowers? It must be because you want it to look good, right? Your stock Trinity blower with a 2.4 upper and a 15% elbow, Kenny Bell throttle body, or Twin 65 with a 148 or 149 cold air probably can make well into the 800s easily, which is pretty damn close to the limit of your stock motor. But then you guys go ahead and buy a 4-liter Whipple, a 3.2 Kenny Bell, or a 2.65 TVS. And then put the biggest, most stupid looking pulley on the front to keep everything safe for the internals. Why? Why? Just to tell people you have a Kenny Bell, Whipple, or TVS from VMP? That's really stupid. It's really stupid when your Trinity blower can be configured in a way that it makes enough power to blow your shit up. I don't understand why GT500 owners upgrade their Trinity blowers to anything else when they're never intending on doing anything to the bottom end. TV for the info. I'm just an old guy mentally stuck in the 90s. It's all good, John Orsak. Hey, Alex, listening to you in the hurricane to pass the time. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, so in the Northeast, y'all getting a hurricane, but I think it's been downgraded to a tropical storm. The Northeast does not do well with flooding. Connecticut River is about to spill over. It's going to be a bad time in many areas, especially in Chicopee, Hamden, a couple places like that. So we'll see. Hopefully everything is okay up your way. An Auto 350 would be kind of cool. Yeah, okay. They did that, but you never heard from it again. It like went away. They got it running, but you didn't hear anything else from that car. GT500 blowers look great in my opinion. I think the Trinity TVS is one of the better looking engine combos like ever. It just looks really, really good. But a lot of people, for whatever reason, fall into that same trap. Fall into that same exact trap of, I need the latest and greatest. It's going to make the same fucking power. There is a story out there that, I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to be as vague as possible. But somebody was developing, back in its day, a supercharger for the GT500, an upgrade. 2.3, just configured differently. They went to a shop and compared it against a stock blower. Same boost, same tune. It didn't make one more horsepower. So the only reason you would upgrade to this blower is if you have E85 and a max race effort setup. But then when shop started configuring the stock blower to do the same thing, they found out the stock blower has enough to blow up your shit. So that was an interesting little sidebar. All the fake rubber snakes and snake decals look a lot better on a big Whipple versus a cast Trinity, Alex. You're not wrong, Coyote Kelly. You are not wrong. Hey, Alex, I'm curious if the starter is powerful enough to bend a rod if it's hydrolock. Oh, yeah. I think so. I think so. Wild Horse says, because they never make more than 600 wheel, but want to say the blower can make 1100. Yes, Wild Horse. I think that's a very good point. I think it's a very specific GT500 owner thing when they say, well, you know, these things make 600, but it can make 1100 if I decide to build the engine. If you decide to build the engine, if you decide to spend $17,000 on an engine, that's your argument. That's your argument why you bought a $4,000 head unit, because it can make 1100, but you never intend on making 1100. That's really stupid. Really stupid. Also, GT500 owners are literally the guys that have 1100 wheel and just daily drive it and wonder why the thing isn't the most street friendly. We had a customer that had a 6R80 swap 1100 horsepower GT500. The gas pedal was so touchy because it was pulleyed for 1100 all the time. 6R80. The thing was just wild. Dumb shit. Like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Like, I would complain, can you make the throttle a little longer? Can you make it feel like stock? Oh, can we make an 1100 horsepower shaking, rattling, and rolling automatic Mustang that makes 1100 on E85 and big stupid choppy cams feel like stock and have more drivability? The answer is no. The answer is no. So stop it. Glow Gang 5 says, what's up, Alex? I got an 1810 R80 with an E85, cold air intake, long tubes. Car is very jerky when taking off from a light and when coming to a stop. Car drives fine with the AC off. Any thoughts? I'd have to see a data log to see what's happening specifically. Unfortunately, I can't even try to guess as to what's happening with the vehicle. I have my Whipple Kayak ready, says Road Rage 860. Whipple Kayak. Alex, got more cookies to send you and the guys at PBH in Lund. I have to jump off for the day. Thanks for the show. Thank you for the cookies. My God, cookies. They're gone. Like, they were literally gone. Let me give them a shout out real quick. Go to their Instagram, and it's my God cookies. And he sent us a bunch of cookies. And they're fucking phenomenal. They're really good. So if you guys want to give these guys a follow, bam, follow back. I didn't know they were following me. My God, cookies. I'm telling you guys, legit. The espresso ones were dumb good. The espresso ones were real. These things right here, them bitches. Oh, bro, they're like espresso chocolate chips. See, it was so good, dude. Oh my God. Oh yeah, bro. Give me some of that. Get me some more of that shit. The guys at PBH destroyed them. They had no shot. I think he sent me 6. They were all gone. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. EPA. See, the EPA sent me cookies. That's how tight we are. John DiNapoli, I can turn it up. That's a GT500 owner say. Well, I can turn it up, but I just want to street drive it. This thing's way too powerful for the street. Have you ever heard a GT500 owner say that? And you look under his hood, he's got a 2.4 pulley, CJ65, a 123 intake, and pump gas, and he dares to tell you, this thing has way too much power for the street. I'm like, this thing will get fucking gapped by an NA Gen 3. Shut up. EPA... Wait, you and your girl make those cookies? He said mostly her. EPA, those look good as fuck. They do look good. They're badass. Road Rage. It's like saying I have a 6-incher, but I can grow 10-inch with surgery. Exactly. Flaccid, my dick ain't nothing, but wait till it gets hard. Yeah, okay. Alex, have you seen issues with ID 1300 injectors? The car literally puts raw E85 out the headers on 3 key cycles. No. Maniac S550. Is it tuned properly? Who's tuning it? Make sure they're not stuck open, because are they ID 1300X? Are they new, brand new, out of the box ID 1300X? Or are they some old Bobo used Facebook, eBay, Craigslist ID 1300s? Let me know. Did you service them if they were used? Did you service them before you put them in your car? Because some people don't service them. Some people go, I'm just going to put them right in the car and have them work. And then they're stuck open. You don't need that. Made with real Bustelo. Really? Get out. Stop it, EPA. That's why they tasted so good. I had that espresso cookie. Oh, dude, it wasn't fair. It was fucking badass. Don't tell Joe Biden. Oh my God, that's all he'll do. Joe Biden already forgot. 661 Racing in the house. He goes, I don't understand how these other tuners call my car slow, but their customers end up asking me what they should do to their car. Switch tuners, duh. 661 Racing is one of those guys that you have to respect, right? The guy was getting tuned elsewhere, and he wasn't out there talking shit on Lund. He wasn't talking nothing. But then he said, let me try Lund. Fuck it. And we struck up, and luckily I got him. I was happy. And I'm like, who are you? What do you do? And he showed me his car. I'm like, all right, well, here, try this. I wasn't giving him any special treatment. But then I saw this son of a bitch racing every fucking night. And I'm like, oh, you're one of those guys. You're one of those guys that literally lives to race. Okay. Got it. Understood. So what do you want out of this? He goes, I want everything you can give me within reason, obviously, and then guide me as to what I need to do. No problem. Here it is. This is all the sauce. He was out there running 1070s NA on the street. Gen 1 car. CJ, cams, E85, tin can. 10.7s on the street. Then he stepped up his game, and I'm not going to give away what he stepped up. And the car is probably as quick as the Fairmont. It's serious now. So shout out to him. And he's out there converting people. And how is he converting people to Lund? He's not saying, yo, fuck your tuner. He sucks. Come to the dark side. People hit him up. Yo, how come your car's running so good? Lund's got me going straight. But I thought email tuners suck. I thought I had to be there in person to get the car tuned right. He goes, nah, you data log. I learned how to data log. We do hits every fucking day on the street. And he got my shift points. Remember how your car was shifting before 661 Racing? Remember how it would flare, slam a limiter, blah, blah, blah? We worked on it. Then I said, you know what, man? This thing might need a rebuild, man. You raced so much, this thing might need a rebuild. Rebuilt it. Came back. Boom. Dialed in the shift points. Now that bitch is like 77, 77, 77. Then he got something else going on. I said, here's a tune. First day out went. Wait, I can't tell you the times because he's a racer. But it's ridiculous how a base file with 2 or 3 revisions just blew everything else out of the water. So people like that got my respect. You bring up a very good point on Street Friendly. A lot of people chase horsepower number and end up with a drag car that's torture to drive on the street. Hashtag FKA, just a daily reminder. Love it, Jared Wells. I swear, look at the ingredients. I'm going to look because that was ridiculously good. Sounds like the EPA just bribed you, Alex. Did you actually bang that hot agent who knocked on your door? Laughing my ass off. Twisted 500 in the house. Shelby owners are the biggest dyno sheet racers out there. I could go this number if I want to. Like, talk to a Shelby owner. Any Shelby owner. They think they literally have the fastest car ever made. Shelby owners look at their Trinity car. That's a solid 12-second car with their driving skill. This thing's badass. I'm not even going to race you. This thing is so fucking sick that it doesn't. How dare you try to call me out against my Shelby with your basic GT? See that right there? It says Shelby. It doesn't say, this isn't a Mustang. This isn't a Mustang. I'm sorry, sir. It looks exactly like every S197 on the planet. Shelby. Totally different. Well, look, sir, I'd like to race you in my NA Gen 3 on E85. Ha 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 ha! What are you, crazy? This is a Shelby! 7,000 RPMs! Let's blow it up. What was it? Go like hell. 7,000 RPMs! Go like hell! I'll blow Corvettes off in the weeds. Where is it? Where's blow Corvettes off in the weeds? I'm blowing Corvettes off in the weeds.
Enthusiasm. We were blowing the Corvettes off in the weeds.
You really want me to race your Gen 3? And then I'm just wasting my gas.
Great enthusiasm. We were blowing the Corvettes off in the weeds.
Then you wait for him after the meet and you sneak up on him and you're like, let's go, dumbass. And he has no idea what gear he should be in on a roll. And he starts in 4th, like on a 60 roll. Let's go. And you fucking donkey gap him and he's like, I wasn't racing. Why am I going to waste my tires? My tires are $300 a pop. Why would I waste them on a shit ass Gen 3 NA car? Every fucking day. Every fucking day. You guys are all clowns. You guys are all clowns. Every single one of these Shelby guys are clowns. Twisted 500 is probably going to be the quickest and fastest 2020 GT500 coming up. Bet me on that. Bet me on that. No micro record. Not micro recording. He's going to be the quickest and fastest 2020 GT500. Period. We'll see if that comes true. We got some shit planned for the guy. Because he's putting in the effort. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Lund just because I have common sense and tuned cars by y'all speak for themselves. Got it. Hey, Alex, so my little brother and I see people at Cars and Coffee pop their hoods and having completely stock car. In your opinion, what makes an engine bay worthy of showing? So the Fairmont is one of those cars that when you open the engine bay, people go, what the fuck? Because you see the blower sticking out. And they go, it's got to be an LS, LS9, LSA, blah, blah. It must be an LS. It's a Fairmont. It's got to be an LS. And then they see this massive Coyote motor and they're confused now. They're like, how's it running? What transmission's in it? It's a full, what's it run? Like they're confused. If you see an LS, you're like, all right. But then you see a Coyote. Oh, shit. The red car doesn't pop at a meet because it's a basic bitch. Even if you have a Cobra Jet intake, I don't think you should pop your hood. In my opinion, pop your hood if you have a badass blower underneath that thing or turbos. If you have a K&N cold air intake and you act like that Dodge guy that says he's got an internal turbo or internal supercharger, yeah, don't even open your hood. And don't put a fucking snake on your blower. You look fucking stupid. if you put a snake on your blower, or like a doll or a character that has the same colors as your car, like red, white, and blue, and your Mustang's red, white, and blue, and there's a Captain America fucking stop. My buddy was real salty with my 13 Nitrous car that had 100,000 miles, gapped his 14 GT500 and ran better number at the track. I don't know why they're surprised. Hey, GT500 owners, your car's not that special, especially Trinity guys. What's special about it is it made over 600 horse and it was stick. But that doesn't mean it was better or is to this day in 2021 any better than an NA Gen 3. NA Gen 3s will donkey gap that shit. And if you want to sit around and go, yeah, you know, but it's a Shelby, good for you. But it is not faster than anything. It's just not. My GT500, I think I can get beat by a car that runs, like if Jake's, that'll be a good race. A dig race between La Mamalona and the blue car, if I don't put it in a ditch, he'd probably beat me to the 8th. Because it's just going to spin. Unless he allows me to glue the road a little bit. But he probably said, no, fuck that. No prep. 8th mile, Mamalona versus GT500. I'm like, he's probably got me. I'll try with the Fairmont first at 700 wheel just to see how it does. And if the Fairmont beats the Mamalona, then I wouldn't even try the GT500. I pop my hood, says Just a 302. That's why I don't pop my hood, says Rich50. They'll come around someday, says Beefcake. They won't. No, they won't. You know, Beefcake. You still have Fox Body guys telling you that their car was special and it's just a regular bitch ass Fox Body, and they swear to Christ it was an experimental one of one SSP that some guy at Ford experimented on. It has special sauce in it and has a different computer and it has California emissions before California emissions was a thing. Dude, there's still guys left over like that. If I blow a head gasket, will it force all the coolant into the intake? It'll do a couple of things. It'll either burn it. The intakes. The intake? No, it'll burn it. It'll burn it. It should burn it. It should burn it. Or you're just gonna spew fluid. Or it'll mix it'll mix with your coolant. So it'll mix with your coolant. It'll burn it. So you'll see white exhaust smoke. Or it'll just spew on the fucking, on the ground. So I don't know if it'll go into your intake for some reason. I'd have to know how your car's configured. And Alex, it was 10.6 NA it was 10.6 NA on the street, 661 Racing. Oh yeah, there you go. 661 Racing went 10.6 on the street NA. Gen 1 Cobra Jet and cams. 6R80 car. Badass shit. Angel says, gayest being gayer than two guys sitting at a park. Dude, I once saw two guys kissing at a park, but the V6 Roach Mustang is the gayest thing I've ever seen. Wow, he's coming in. Boy, you know, I got to give him, boy, he's coming in. He's coming in a little too high power with that shit.
Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
Damn. Beefcake Racing, I need a deal on the full drag pack. There you go. Call me tomorrow. There you go. Beautiful. I love it. Networking, get them sales. I'm not gonna hate on you. Don't hate on my Harley Quinn themed engine bay. Oof. Forced Horse says, Alex, I can't wait. Friday we have a dyno session for final revision on my 18 Odin fuel system E85 tune. Yeah, I think we're gonna do like 2 or 3 pulls, right? Do a pull, 6800 final gear, so 6th gear if it's a 10R80 car, or 4th gear if it's a MT82 Gen 3 car. Go to 6500, send in the log. Don't even say, we're ready, what do you want? No. Send in the log when you're ready so that I have it in my shit ready to go when we're scheduled. And then we're going to go ahead and just, okay, here's some more timing. Send it up to 7,000. Looks good. Or adjust fueling, 7,500, and you're done. There is no reason to sit there and try to hammer out. No. If it makes good power and I like the timing and the fueling is within 3 or 5%, send it. Jared Wells says, no, it should back pressure and shoot out the reservoir. Exactly. Donkey Mac says, Alex, how would you recommend building the rear end for a 1200 horsepower GT500 built motor TR6060? Oof. Donkey Mac 17. The reason I balk at making my GT500 manual is because I'm going to need a bunch of work on the rear end to hold up to that clutch engagement. So I would do 5/8 studs. I would do 9-inch ends. I would do a brace, a custom brace, meaning you have to brace the axle tubes. Not only do you have to weld the axle tubes, that means requiring taking everything out, putting it on a jig so that it doesn't warp, and then putting like a swar bar or some custom brace on the 8/8, 9-inch ends. 12. I'd put, God damn it, I'd put like, is it going to be street friendly? Because shit, 1200 horse and street friendly don't go. But I'd put a spool in it. My car has a spool and 373s, 9-inch ends, no brace, 1/2-inch studs. The fuse is the Turbo 400 and converter. But if you're going to put a stick on it, I would brace it. I already have a spool, and I put 5/8 studs, and I already have 33 spline axles on each end. I'm just trying to figure out why my intake is full of water. On 3 twin turbo car, the whole cold side is completely full of water. Just sat in the rain, didn't drive through puddles or nothing. Sounds like you sucked in water. It sounds like you have to find out where it's... Is it... No, it doesn't matter if it's air to water. Is it air to water or air to air? I'm sure it's air to air. Beefcake says, Jared Wells, yes, I have a Street R and SS in stock. Happy to meet you on Saturday or Sunday too. Shop is 2 minutes from the house. Nice, I like it. You know what I'm going to need? I'm going to need tires for the Mamalona. So I'm going to need the 315s that everyone carries, the ET Street Rs. I'll have to see if I can get my hands on those 315s. I need 2 for the rear. And then since the fronts are 15 by 17 by 7, I need a regular street tire that has the same diameter. So I'll have to figure that out eventually. Can fill cylinders with coolant and a hydrolock. Got it. Alex told me you want to go to the 1/8 or the 1/4. Ended up doing both one night. Haha, Lunt for the win. Says 661 Racing. Yeah, he did both. I love it. I love it, man. He sent me the slip and he got the number that everyone seems to chase over there. And I'm like, dude, your car is legit fast for not just for this or that, for anything. Someone's Forest Horse says, awesome, ready for the sauce. We're ready. Mojo makes a killer 8/8 for Mustangs. Beefcake already said that. CJ Cuyar, 1200 horsepower Shelby with a pedal commander, making the throttle pedal dead so it can be a daily car. I mean, I guess if you want to put a pedal commander and lower the sensitivity so much, the problem is the bypass, right? You start to give it a lot of gas. Eventually the bypass has to shut and you'll feel like a sudden surge forward. So 1200 horsepower cars are something else. Now, they do have bypass logic, but once you have like a auto swapped GT500, the bypass logic kind of goes away, but certain files have bypass logic in them. So it'll lessen the bypass shutting effect. But that's kind of special sauce, for lack of a better word. Can I be your friend? Says Tanupaji. Mr. King says, it's air to air. So I don't know if it sucked in so much water. So was it raining and you have a leak in your intercooler and it literally sucked in water? I don't know why it was your cold side would have water in it. First time at a drag strip last night and spun every single pass. Any tips on doing a proper burnout? Maybe prep was bad, but I think I'm doing something wrong. I'd have to see what you were doing. So your burnout, how did you do it? Did you just, what I do for a burnout is I love that people that put it in sport mode and go, no, just stop it. Put it in drive and go, let it go through a couple of gears. You'll see a shitload of smoke and let off. Then you stop the car. Make sure the trans isn't wigging out. And you creep up to the line, and you got to have a friend or someone that can put their foot on a spot where there's rubber laid down. Because a lot of the test and tune nights, you could literally see the concrete. They don't have a lot of prep on regular test and tune street nights. Okay, you also have to go on nights where there's going to be decent prep if you're making the power. Your car's making a shitload of power. Your car's probably making enough power to go mid to low nines. Maybe, mid nines. Mid nines is a good number for that car right now. So a mid 9 or high 9-second car that's heavy is going to need a decent amount of prep. So you can't go on a test and tune night where 3 Hondas went before you and then you expect the thing to grip and cut a 1.6 or a 1.5 or a 1.4. Jeremy Webster says, hey, Alex, I bought my first manual car 3 months ago. It's a 17 with a Paxton. Haven't had the courage to go watt yet. Any tips on getting over the fear? Running stock tires for now, but I have ET Street Rs. So, Jeremy, I would do it in 3rd gear or 4th gear. Have a lot of room. Have room. And try to find somewhere where there's concrete and install your ET Street Rs. Install your ET Street Rs. Go somewhere where there's concrete, usually bridges or elevated. Got to be warm out. Have room and grip. Turn off advanced track. Do a third gear. Roll into it. Ooh. And then once you don't feel any wheel spin, floor it. Go to about 7,500. Then put it in neutral and coast. And you go, okay, I'm used to that. And then try it again, but do it in second. It'll do it a lot faster. Whoa, oh, shit. This thing's nasty. All right. Once you get used to that feel, then you can do a 2-3 shift. You know, roll into it, whoop, pop it in third, and just as long as the car's not doing nothing stupid, if the car does this or starts to spin, let off the gas. A lot of people try to, no, let off the gas. The car straightens out. It's crazy how when the car starts to get sideways, you let off the gas, it just straightens out. Or if you're really scared, leave advanced track on. I'd rather you have no aids, AO, but if you're really scared, leave advanced track on. Let it shut throttle when it senses wheel spin. But honestly, I like getting used to the raw feeling of it. I am jaded as fuck. 1,100 horsepower doesn't scare me anymore. It's fast, but it doesn't scare me. It used to scare me. Now I'm like, it's okay. It's quick, you know, because when you've been in one that just has it on command, you know the feeling, you know everything is amplified quick. The wheel spin comes on faster. You have to react quickly. You can't overreact. If you overreact, it goes right into the ditch. Sometimes not doing something is better for the car than doing something. The car starts to wiggle on the back. You think I'm going to just overcorrect? No, I'm going to go ahead, wiggle all you want. I'm just going to keep the nose straight. And I just keep the nose straight. And then once it starts doing that wiggle, then I floor it and pop it into the next gear. But some people go, ooh, and they overcorrect, let off the throttle, and then stab it again. And that's when it bites, spins, and it does Mustang things. Mustang crashes are not because of the Mustang. It's usually because of the driver. Rockingham Dragway. Don't know anything about it. Has anybody Coyote swapped an Explorer yet? I don't know. YouTube, are you on lowering springs? He's probably on lowering springs, not drag springs. People go there with like BMR lowering springs and wonder why the car doesn't actually transfer weight because it's already low and it's not going to transfer some weight. Now, you can counteract that by dampening, right? The shock control. But if your shocks are already compressed all the way down, right, because of your lowering springs, and then you take off and you have no valve control. You have no control of your dampening because your car is already so low and compressed that the compression and rebound settings are fuck all there and shit because you don't have a lot. So if you want shock control, you might need to change your spring package. If you want to drag race your car, have you ever seen what the fastest, not the fastest because people have custom 4-links, but some of the quickest cars out there sit kind of high. They sit kind of high. Shit, you have control and the spring does a lot of the work. Also, during the burnout, I put the throttle to the floor. Never do that. And the car even cut off twice, then tried going like a quarter, half throttle, and it seemed better. Yeah, don't floor it. You know, just go, woo, woo, woo. That's it. You got to go with advanced track off or disconnect the ABS pigtail or advanced track off. And but honestly, you got to go somewhere where there's prep because if you're spinning out of the hole with 800 wheel, something's wrong. And it's not if you are on lowering springs, you know who had that issue? There was a customer of ours that went to the track and his car was slammed. And I'm like, dude, that thing has no shock control. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's not going to transfer any weight. You think a 305 4517 at 1,000 wheel is going to hook when you have no dampening control? It's literally slammed to the ground. So what are you going to do? Just stuff it all the way down? And no, it's just, and every single time he got up on power, it spun every single time. What's the highest you'd rev out? A Gen 310 or 85 stock motors, delete exhaust, 7,500 FTF racing, 7,500. No reason to go any higher. Road Rage 86 says over 1,000 horse seems kind of crazy, but people say you get used to it someday. Yeah, you get used to it. You really do. It's fast. Like my Fairmont makes close to 700 or 800, depending on the pulley package. I don't know what it makes right now. I'd like to put on the dyno, see what it makes with the 3. My goal is the next video is get the different pulley sizes, different belts, and just incrementally see what it makes with pulley changes. And the tune doesn't have to change. I'm on Steeda Progressive Springs. I love the way the car handles now. Yes, Steedas are usually the better spring in my opinion. Experience always removes fear. Alex, I guess it's time for 2,000 horsepower since 1,100 horsepower doesn't scare you anymore. I guess it's time. 2,000 horsepower in a GTR probably feels pretty awesome. 2,000 horsepower in a Mustang on the street, unusable. 8 to 900, it's unusable or unusable. Yeah, I pulled the pigtail and the cold air like you said. Got it. Jeremy Webster says, thanks, man. I came from the EcoBoost, so we're talking completely different power levels. Absolutely. DVS50 says, hey, Alex, what's the max power you can make on ID 1050Xs along with the fuel system, Vortec 2200 kit, Gen 2 E85? About 850 or so, and it starts to wig out. You can make more on a Gen 3 because of the DI. The DI helps. But on a 4 Innovations twin pump 1050Xs, I prefer you stay under 900 because it's going to tax the duty cycle. Again, if you've watched the show a lot, we went to the ID website, we plugged in all of the data, we plugged in the fueling, the engine size, and RPM, and it shows you at what power level ID 1050Xs start to run out. So go to the ID website, Injector Dynamics website. They have an injector flow calculator. Plug in all the proper data, and it'll literally tell you when you need to upgrade injector. I'm just looking at the text here. Oh, look at that. Wow. But a lot of people upload videos on Sunday morning, apparently. So it's like a popular thing. Oh, this girl crazy. Are you insane? Girl, are you crazy? She said, call me. Who the fuck are you? Are you insane? Psycho. Someone just like, call me. I'm like, ew. No, thank you. Fuck all that. I'm part of a online Shelby group, says Slab Shack Records. I went by a former member house for an O2 sensor. I asked him why he switched to a Fox body with a Whipple and cams on his GT500. The 50 guys were still walking away. Wait, I'm part of an online Shelby group. I went to a former member's house for an O2 sensor, and I asked him why he switched to a Fox body with a Whipple and cams. Oh, to a Fox body, period. With a Whipple and cams on his 13 GT500, the 50 guys were still walking away. Shelby guys are going to be really sad to hear the next words. The Coyote motor is better, makes more power. The Coyote motor makes more power, is more efficient, and is more desirable than any 06 to 14 Shelby motor. Jake's truck made 1,000 horsepower. Put a turbo on a GT500. We'll see where those rods end up at 900. We'll see where those rods end up at 950. The heads are better. It's balanced better. It has VCT. It drives better. It mods better. Most Gen 3s just need boost and fuel. GT500s need cams after a certain point to relieve some cylinder pressure and have the air pass through quicker. You need cams on a GT500 to make big power. You don't need cams on a Coyote to make big power. So I'm sorry, Shelby guys. Coyote guys are gonna fuck you up, and because their motor is better than your 5.4 or 5.8. Sorry, you can say I'm full of shit. You can quote Carol Shelby all the time. You can show me dynographs. You can show me whatever the fuck you want. But mod for mod, show me a stock motor Shelby GT500 with stock cams at 1,000 wheel living a long life. Not many, if any. Sorry. You the man. Thank you, brother. No problem, DVS. I hate when they say call me or just random call you. It's like, what the fuck? I'm busy. Exactly. Call me. Pfft, fuck you. Tanu says, want to make 800 wheel horsepower on a Gen 3 Paxton car? What pulley do you recommend? A 3.3 on the 85 or race gas? A 3.3 E85 or race gas. He said 800. No. Okay, Beefcake. I've never seen anybody make 800 on a 3.6 pulley. Never. Low sevens with the 85, maybe 750. I've never seen anyone make 800 on a 3.6. Maybe the Paxton flows better than the V3, so maybe he's right. Yeah, the Paxton 2200, I think, flows better than the V3, so I'm going by the V3. So yeah, maybe he's right. I'll shut up. Maybe he's right. He sold and put packages together more than I've tuned. So whatever Beefcake says when it comes to that power output, you're good to go because I'm referencing the V3 JT. That's probably the next thing I should do, right? Upgrade the head unit, because if I want to make over 1,000 or something on a Vortec, I'm definitely gonna have to upgrade the head unit and probably the intercooler. Alex, clip that and upload it. No. But flat plane crank. You probably answered this, but the Siley fuel system powerful enough for 85, looking for 700 to 8. They run out depending on which one. There's a triple pump system now and a dual pump system. The one I'm familiar with is the dual pump GT350 system. And at about 700 or something on the 85, it starts to go, we're done. It just starts to peter out. The triple system, who the hell knows? I haven't messed with any of those yet. That's why I nut ride Coyote so hard. Unopened motor goes 7s and all the time making 1,000 unopened, not cam only. Alex, have you decided if you're just going to drive the white car for sure? Curious if you've looked into it or thought about it more. Phil, I'm just going to drive the white car. The next step for the white car after I mess with it, look, this is what really has to happen. Red car has to get an exhaust on it. Red car has to get the front bumper cover replaced, the fenders painted because it came off and hit and it scratched it up. So I'm going to get a new bumper cover, new fenders, and paint it, make it look really good, and sell it. I have to sell the car because I'm not driving it enough. NA, it might go 10s if I put a CJ on it. That's probably going to happen around November or December. And then it'll be sold probably by the end of the year. Then the GT500, once we get blower air, which is under 80 degrees, go 7s, sell that car because I can't have 5 cars. It's just not making sense anymore. Then I'll keep the white car, not going to put a motor in it, and I'm going to rag it the fuck out until it blows up. I'm going to put the RXT clutch in it and rag it out. Do whatever the fuck I enjoy it because the car drives really well. I've been driving it the whole last week. It was awesome. Been awesome. I just know it's not on compression on cylinder 7. But I don't care. It's not smoking. It's not killing all the mosquitoes in Palm Beach County. It's fine. So just drive it. It's probably been hurt for a long, long time. And I never really realized it. So I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm going to put a 3.3 pulley on the V3. Probably blow that fucking thing up. And the return style fuel system from the red car, or get a 4 Innovations fuel system and just drive the car and see what it makes on a hurt motor. Who cares? I don't want to spend $2,000 on a 4 system. Then you will get what you pay for. Drew S550. This game is not for you. If you want the 85, this game is not for you. You need to sell it, buy an LS, swap something, and have fun if you care about price. But if you want the best out there, 4 Innovations, period. The 5.4 and the 5.8 are dinosaurs now. You just have to accept you're not going to be the fastest. No, GT500 owners do not want to be known as the guys that have the inferior motor. Understand, guys, maybe in 2011, 2012, you could probably say, this is badass. 13, 14, people started putting blowers and turbos on Gen 1s and going, uh-oh, these things are 8-second cars or well into the 9s. Then Gen 2 came out and stuck a fork in the GT500 5.4, 5.8. It's over. It's over. You're not going to be the fastest. A supercharged S550 will donkey slap the dick. His dick is going to smack you across the lips so hard, you don't know what the fuck happened. So the Shelby guys are now still holding on to the, well, it still makes 600 horsepower. Who gives a fuck? You're going to get fucked up by Coyotes with similar mods. Sorry, the Coyote is a superior motor than any 06 to 14 motor. Shelby GT500 owners probably look at the 2020 Shelby and I think they've reached a point of like, fuck, it's a Shelby. I support Shelby. It's a goddamn Coyote variant. It's a Predator. It's basically a Coyote variant, 5.2. If it was such a badass 5.4, 5.8, why didn't they stuff a locked cam TVS DCT car in there? They have VCT. It's basically a Coyote motor. So now they're like, oh shit, even Ford recognizes that the dinosaur, it's over, Johnny. It's over. So then when they get in one, they're going to be blown away how refined it is. And they're going to get back to their old horse carriage of a GT500 and go, fuck, I got to sell it. I got to sell it. My GT500, cool car. chops, makes all the right noises, drives like ass. Red car, drives really good. White car, drives really good. Really good. So, gun to my head, I'm driving the white car or the red car over the GT500 all day, every day. The only reason that GT500 is any good is to race it. That's it. Race it and cruise it and, get your rocks off of the thing chopping and annoying people. But is it a good car to drive around? Fuck no. Man, Alex Dakota helped me on the weekend and got my situation figured out. Whipple is running great. I'm so happy. Carter's gaming. Did I help? Don't say I helped you on the weekend. People are gonna think I'm like sending you tunes on the weekend. The reason I discount the systems is I want people with good fuel. Good fuel keeps the tuner happy and customer happy. Dude, you got to get 4 Innovation. Stop fucking around. Yeah, Beefcake. Beefcake runs the shit we like to run. If you go budget, expect budget results. If you want Nikes, but you can only afford kangaroos, expect kangaroo problems. The old guys know what kangaroos are. Oh, it does smell like jelly beans. All right, let's get some sound clips in. So, what's been an hour and 25 minutes? I'll just get some sound clips in, just mix them in.
How you doing? Can I get a oh yeah?
Slow F-150 says I'm running up to a 69mm and 5% overdrive on a Gen 3 or on a Gen 1 F-150, considering going turbo because of the ease of boost change towing. Guess it would be an on-3 bad idea. Embrace swapping pulley idler belt. Look, if you're towing with a blower, you're fucking stupid. If you're towing with a blower on an aggressive pulley, if you have an F-150 with an aggressive pulley and you're towing, expect nothing but problems.
Ah, this smells like jelly beans.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's how your exhaust is going to smell going uphill, 12 PSI, 3,000 horsepower.
Ah, this smells like jelly beans.
Exactly. And then this is how it sounds, you towing a boat up a hill at 2,000 RPMs with a Whipple. Yeah. Blower, F-150, towing, stupid combination. But you guys do it with everyone.
I do it with everyone. Black and white, young and old.
And if you keep doing that,
Straight,
you're going to get into danger zone.
LGBTQ.
Blowing the shit up. You will blow it up. A blower, F-150 towing. Oh, yeah. Coming at you. Your Pistons are going to think you're a cocksucker.
I got fucking diapers. I shit my pants every day. I can't walk. I can't hump. You know? Go ahead and kill me, you cocksucker.
That's your Pistons when you're towing with an F-150. They're going to end up in a wheelchair.
You know, they send me back. I'm not good in a joint. I'm in a fucking wheelchair, Carlito.
Exactly. When your truck sees you putting a Whipple blower or a TVS blower, knowing that you tow a party boat to the lake every other weekend, your truck goes, stupid. You fucking stupid. Stupid. You're fucking stupid. You're stupid. Stupid. You're fucking stupid.
You son of a bitch.
Yep. If you think towing with an F-150 is a smart thing, you probably think you can produce breast milk as a man.
Baby has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any milk. That's okay.
This is what your Coyote says when you say, hey, honey, should I put a blower on it while we tow the jet skis every weekend?
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
After you blow up your head gaskets, your coolant is gonna look. And you'll be spending a bunch of trying to fix the motor because your stupid ass wanted to go, oh, on pulley, oh. And I'm going to sit there just applauding. Good job, asshole. Great work putting a big, crazy pulley on an F-150 when all you do is tow. I mean, you're going to get up way in them guts of the motor. If you think by pulling down on an F-150 towing is a smart idea. You're going to be sucking the tech's fucking nuts to pay for the motor swap because you're broke. And that's when the price will be right. And then you're going to go, freaking A.
Freaking A.
I can't believe I boosted my F-150 that I just tow with all the fucking time.
Bloody fuck you, bloody. Fucking mother, bloody fuck bitch.
Yeah, I mean, you and your bank account are going to squabble.
What the fuck? What's up, nigga? You want to squabble?
Yep, and then you're going to have to get a forged internal. And you'll probably say something like, well, can I get an illuminator because it's more heavy duty?
Asshole. Oh, yeah. Hey, Wally. Heavy duty. Heavy duty.
But I'm telling you, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Because you're still going to come in a little too high
You're
power.
coming a little too high.
And then your truck's going to sound like diarrhea. And then, you know what? At the end of the day, you're going to end up selling it because it's over.
It's over, Johnny.
It's over.
It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. So I'm going to get the hell out of here. It's been an hour and a half right on the money. I wanted to end it with some sound clips. So don't overboost your F-150. If you're going to tow with it, keep it NA or turbo because you can actually turn it up or down on demand. But if you're going to put a blower on your F-150, make sure it's the biggest pulley on the planet so that it produces the lowest amount of boost possible if you are towing a bunch. Someone said, should I turbo it to tow then? If you're gonna tow, turbo is better for towing than a high boost pulleyed supercharged truck. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Someone said, Alex, did you script this one up? It's so legit. No, that's off the cuff. All right, enjoy your Sunday. I will see you guys tomorrow on the other channel. I am not doing a YDBT daily on Monday. I will be back on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's the schedule. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on this channel. And Sunday, the dating channel will be Monday and Saturdays. And I might pop in once in a while just for the hell of it. All right, guys, have a great Sunday. I'm going to try to get to the dyno, try to get some video done because it only takes about 40 minutes to do. Have a good day. See you guys later.